on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Vikings have traded quarterback Sam Howell and a 2026 sixth-round pick to the Eagles in exchange for a 2026 fifth-round selection and a 2027 seventh-rounder, according to NFL Network insiders Tom Pelissero and Ian Rappaport. Minnesota then agreed to terms with veteran quarterback Carson Wentz. In Cleveland, head coach Kevin Stefanski said quarterback Kenny Pickett, who's been dealing with a hamstring issue, is expected to be available for Week 1. However, the team is still working through its backup quarterback decision behind Joe Flacco. Raiders quarterback Aiden O'Connell suffered a fractured wrist in the team's preseason finale and is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks. And the Buccaneers have waived rookie safety Shiloh Sanders. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
This is the story of the One. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
KXO El Centro, California. A good day. It's a Monday, 25th day of August, 2025. Monday. Made it through the weekend, and, we did not have... we had some thunder, some lightning, some winds, a little bit of precipitation, but we'll tell you about how other parts of the Imperial Valley got hit pretty hard with the weather. I'm Carroll in the newsroom, Jared Anchondo. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
And you survived the weekend as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, almost blew away, but hey, still here.
Yeah. Gabe Lemu's had a problem. His toupee flew off.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought that was a rat.
Yeah, well, it looked actually more like a weasel, but yeah. I mean, he got the high-quality toupee this time.
Okay. Only the finest mink.
You got it. Okay. And like we said, parts of the valley got hit hard, in particular Sealy, the west part of the valley. Haven't heard much from Ocotillo. I hope they're still there. Usually the pig farmer or somebody else in Ocotillo will give us a call and let us know that they hunkered down and survived another one. So, and George just informed me that, the repairs have been done and AT&T has restored service, at least partially. And they're going to be working more to get that service restored. AT&T, of course, provides internet for a lot of folks as well. So not just a phone line. What's going on in the world? Well, all sorts of things. We'll tell you about some of them. Better yet, we'll tell you more about what's going on in the Imperial Valley because, well, that's the important stuff. And Spectrum News reported that the loss of Hollywood movie production to cheaper locations has resulted in studio cutbacks, empty sound stages, and filmmakers looking for any work at all. And here at AM 1230, we've learned Michael Moore just joined the Washington, D.C. National Guard, hoping somebody might throw a sandwich at him. Things are tough in Hollywood. And someday, and I know somebody has done it, probably should count all of the motion pictures that have been shot in the Imperial Valley and the environs.
I'm sure we can ask. We know somebody we can ask that might be able to give us that number, actually.
And an untold number of commercial photo shoots, music videos, and all sorts of things. So,
yeah, I want to shoot a rock video out on the sand dunes. You know, that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, birthdays. We've got some big shot birthdays today. It is the 25th day of August. Actor Tom Skerritt, 92. Director John Badham, he directed Saturday Night Fever. He's 86. Singer Walter Williams of the OJs, 82. Actor Anthony Heald, 81. Actor John Savage, 76. Gene Simmons of Kiss, 76. Singer Rob Halford of Judas Priest, 74. Jeff Downs of Asia, 73. Elvis Costello, 71. Director Tim Burton is 67. Actor Ashley Crow, 65. Country singer, actor Billy Ray Cyrus, 64. Actor Ali Walker, 64. Actor Joanne Whaley, 64. Guitarist Vivian Campbell of Def Leppard, 63. Actor Blair Underwood, 61. Rachel Ray, 57. Actor Cameron Matheson, 56. Actor Nathan Page, 54. Actor Eric Milligan, 51. Actor Alexander Skarsgård is 49. Actor Jonathan Togo, 48. Actor Kel Mitchell, 47. Actor Rachel Bilson is 44. And actor Blake Lively, 38. Local birthdays right here. We have happy birthday wishes for Amanda Antonio, Elijah Suquan, Michael Diaz, Alex Orozco, Daniel Emerson, Charo Garcia, Irene Avila, Matthew Wong Aon, Dan Milan, Deborah Benavides, Jerry Golden, Janice Bertucci, Ken Clavry, Lisa Barraza, Luis Sanchez, Mary Johnson, Patricia Nitsky, Alfredo Nunez, Bobby Martinez, and Valerie Velarde. Happy birthday from KXO. And we mentioned Billy Ray Cyrus, 64 years old today. Never forgive him for, well, among other things, Achy Breaky Heart, and for Miley, okay? Yeah, Achy Breaky Heart just isn't his most famous song anymore. Now, with him, it's a real possibility. Okay. You got time for the news?
News time. I'm ready.
Okay. We will jump in and take a look at World and California news headlines. Brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. They deliver real-time information about the air that we breathe.
CBS News Brief. A U.S. District Court in Maryland has just issued an order preventing Kilmar Garcia Abrego's immediate removal from the U.S. after he surrendered to ICE officials in Baltimore today. CBS's Camila Montoya Galvez.
The Department of Homeland Security says he's now being processed for deportation to the East African country of Uganda. But his lawyers have now filed a new legal challenge trying to demand a full trial
in southern Gaza. Reporters among the dead in an Israeli strike on a hospital that's left 20 dead. The BBC's Yolande Nell.
Associated Press said its freelancer Mariam Abu Dagga was killed. So was Al Jazeera cameraman Mohammed Salama and 2 more journalists.
A wildfire has spread out across northern California wine country. CBS's Carter Evans is in Napa Valley.
We've got about 2,000 firefighting personnel on this fire, more than 200 engines, 65 bulldozers, and 10 aircraft.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. The father of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro is helping authorities search for his remains. Moses Castillo, a private investigator and retired detective, weighs in.
When somebody is being let out and being escorted to a particular area to look for a body who has been unaccounted for and they believe is a victim of a murder, that tells me that person is sharing enough information.
Jake Haro seen with deputies Sunday in an orange Gale jumpsuit searching through a field near the 60 freeway in Moreno Valley. The Cabazon resident, along with his wife Rebecca, arrested last week on suspicion of murder. Hot and dry conditions causing more fires around the state. Randy Zimmerman with LA County Fire says it's taking a toll.
They're hiking steep terrain, they're fighting fire, and so that heat is definitely going to wear them down.
11% containment on the nearly 7,000-acre picket fire in Napa County. Google agrees to pay $30 million to settle a class action lawsuit brought by parents and children. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org and you'll get real-time information about the air that we breathe.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This Entertainment Insider is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Adam Scott plays the lead role in the critically acclaimed TV series Severance. What did he think when he first got cast?
It was terrifying. It was something that, as an actor, it's something you wait your entire career for. I guess I was afraid that it was just going to end up being embarrassing and people were going to make fun of us.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. With insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. You'll find 3 of them in the valley. By the way, yes, they do have windshield wipers, and yes, they can install them for you.
KXO News, another day of storms. Thunderstorms ripped through the Imperial Valley for a second day on Sunday. The thunderstorms were accompanied by blowing sand and dust, as well as heavy rain that limited visibility for drivers. Some flooding was recorded, as well as fallen trees and downed power lines. Scattered power outages were also reported. The American Red Cross was asked to help set up a shelter in Sealy for residents displaced by the storm's damage.
And that shelter, by the way, is at the gym at Wilson Junior High School in El Centro. It's open now.
Yes, sir. And e-bike rider dies. A 14-year-old rider of an e-bike died on a Friday evening traffic accident. According to California Highway Patrol, the rider of an e-bike was westbound on Ayton Road, approaching Silsby Road. A pickup truck driven by a 17-year-old male was eastbound on Ayton Road when they collided. The young male riding the e-bike was thrown from the bike. He was transported to El Centro Regional Medical Center, where he died from his injuries. The driver of the e-bike was wearing a bicycle helmet. The driver of the pickup was not injured. According to the CHP, at this time, impairment does not seem to be a factor in the collision. The investigation continues. KXO Local News Time, 7:42.
Before you hit the road, head into a nearby Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center and say, I want the works. We're talking change the oil using top quality Motorcraft oil. Change the oil filter, check the belts and hoses, top off the fluids, check the battery, rotate the tires, all for one low price. You can't beat the service. You can't beat the price. The works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models. You don't need an appointment, but if you want, you can schedule one for Quick Lane or their mobile service at elcentromotors.net.
El Centro a brief pursuit ended in an arrest. Thursday afternoon, El Centro police officers located a stolen car near 4th and Commercial Avenue. Officers attempted to stop the vehicle, and the driver decided to try and outrun the police. A pursuit ensued and ended in the 1500 block of Main Street. The driver surrendered and was placed under arrest. The driver was booked into Imperial County Jail on multiple charges. Rollover accident investigated. El Centro police are investigating a traffic accident that occurred at about 10 a.m. Friday. Officers responded to the report of an accident at the intersection of Lotus Avenue and Main Street. Officers located a vehicle that had rolled over after a collision. One passenger was ejected from the vehicle. Witnesses told investigating officers that the collision appeared to have been caused by one of the involved drivers operating their vehicle recklessly at a high speed. El Centro PD's traffic collision expert responded to the scene to continue the investigation. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and the weather coming up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Quick Lane, 3 locations in the valley to serve you, and of course mobile service vans that come to you. You can schedule an appointment for the mobile service van. Go online, elcentromotors.net.
High school football is on KXO AM 1230 and the KXO YouTube channel. Follow the Central Spartans and the Southwest Eagles on the Imperial Valley sports leader. Carroll, Buckley, and John Griffel will be at the 50-yard line with all the action. High school football is brought to you by
La Fonda Bar and Grill, the CB Stop in Calexico, Enercare, Johnny's Carpet and Flooring in Yuma.
Page 2 of the local news brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
A national defense area has been established along the Yuma border. The national defense area is adjacent to the Berry M. Goldwater Range and the Cabeza Prieta Wildlife Refuge along the international border near east of Yuma. The established zone will allow U.S. military personnel to temporarily detain people who unlawfully enter the restricted area. Temporary detainees will then be turned over to U.S. Border Patrol agents. Those detained could face charges for violating defense property, entering military property, and additional charges of illegal entry. Other national defense areas have been established along the border in Texas and New Mexico. And there's another scam alert of evidence. Nothing is safe from scammers. The Imperial Irrigation District has issued a warning. They say job applicants should be aware of scams. They say they are warning people that the IID's Human Resources Recruitment and Selection Service, they do not send job-related information via text messages. So apparently some people are getting texts from, looks like IID Human Resources and Recruitment that aren't real, and they do not send you text messages. If you have questions or suspicions, contact the IID Human Resources, and they'll set you straight. Another workshop on the county's draft election administration plan. A series of workshops have been held throughout the month of August. The final workshop was to have been this week on August 27th, the Calipatria City Council chambers, but that will not be the last one. The final workshop is on the plan and has been added. It'll be September 4th in the Board of Supervisors chambers at the County Administration Center on Main Street in El Centro. It'll start at 3 p.m. Technically is being called a public hearing for the development of the Draft Elections Administration Plan conducted pursuant to the Voters' Choice Act. The hearing will provide a forum for public input and on the development of the county's Draft Election Administration Plan. Clear the shelters. Oh, yeah, it's another time where we get a good deal from the Imperial County Humane Society. They are hooking you up $25 cats and kittens and dogs and puppies for free right now at the Imperial County Humane Society. Yeah, it's a good deal. $25 and you can take home a nice friend. And let's see. I think we do have a little bit more. Oh, yes. September is rapidly approaching, and that means Mexican Independence Day is right around the corner. And it'll be September 16th. KXO Recreation Department is celebrating early. The Recreation Department is in collaboration with the Carmen Durazo Cultural Arts Center and the Mexican Consulate in KXO. They will be celebrating Viva Mexico, commemorating Mexico's Independence Day, and they'll be doing that on September 2nd. It will be at the Carmen Durazo Cultural Arts Center on Heffernan in KXO. The event will feature a poster exhibit of Mexican cinema, folkloric dance, live music by Mariachi Aurora de KXO, and an art exhibit by local artists. It is funded in part by the California Arts Council. KXO News Time, 7:48. We'll take a look at weather coming up next.
My name is Josephine Conway, and I'm an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. When locals need help feeding themselves and their families, they turn to the Imperial Valley Food Bank. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Help fight hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online at www.ivyfoodbank.org.
The National Weather Service has issued a flood watch for the Imperial Valley for this afternoon and this evening. Widespread showers and thunderstorms will be capable of producing heavy rain, localized flooding as well. Showers and thunderstorms are likely over the Imperial and Yuma valleys. With the thunderstorms, gusty winds blowing dust, heavy rainfall, and localized flooding will be possible through this evening. Temperatures will cool off over the next couple of days, dropping to below normal starting tomorrow. 111 our high yesterday, 82 the overnight low. Today, look for a high near 103. Southeast wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming west this afternoon. There is an 80% chance of precipitation. New rainfall amounts could be between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch. Tonight, a slight chance of showers. It'll be mostly cloudy with a low around 83. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast after midnight. That's a 20% chance of precipitation overnight. Tomorrow, it'll be mostly cloudy with a high near 101. East-northeast wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south in the afternoon. There is a 50% chance of precipitation with new rainfall amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch expected. 88 degrees, 66% relative humidity, wind out of the east-southeast 10 to 12, air quality moderate in Island, good everywhere else. Local news, page 2 in the weather, brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. There are new homes available in Imperial. Introducing Cambria 4. Years ahead with the latest design features, unique and distinctive elements that make the difference. Model homes are now open at the corner of Bernardi and Legacus Streets in Victoria Ranch. 4 and 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, a loft. Cambria 4, the latest from the Valley's leader for over 35 years, Victoria Homes. Welcome home to Cambria 4 by Victoria Homes. It's sports time. Sports Time brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, combining 2 hospitals to better serve you. High school football, Centro beat Jurupa Hills 47-14. It was Imperial over Serrano in Feelin 49-35. Canyon Springs beat Southwest 49-0. Calexico topped San Isidro 42-20. Palm Desert over Brawley 23-12. Hopeville beat West Hills 44-19. And St. Bernard, well, they beat Palo Verde 27-16. Coming up, baseball.
Big changes are happening in Imperial Valley. The newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District is paving the way for a healthier future. By uniting El Centro Regional Medical Center and Pioneers Memorial Hospital, we're creating a stronger, more connected healthcare system, one that's built to serve you. Together, we're expanding services, strengthening care, and building a sustainable future for all residents of Imperial Valley. The Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together, healthier tomorrow.
Well, the Dodgers walloped the Padres. It was 8-2 when it was all over. Dodgers-Padres tied for first in the National League West. Mariners whipped the Athletics 11-4. Reds over the Diamondbacks 6-1. Cubs nipped the Angels 4-3. Rangers blanked the Guardians 5-0. Giants edged the Brewers 5-3. White Sox shut out the Twins 8-0. Mariners over the Blue Jays 5-3. Pirates shut out the Rockies 4-0. Rays over the Cardinals 7-2. Orioles nipped the Astros 3-2. Braves edged the Mets 4-3. Phillies over the Nationals 3-2. Royals topped the Tigers 10-8. And the Yankees beat the Red Sox 7-2. Taking a look at South Williamsport, Pennsylvania, where they played the Little League World Series. It was Chinese Taipei with the win. Lin Chin-si retired the first 13 batters he faced. He allowed just one hit in 5 innings as Taipei beat Nevada 7-0 in the Little League World Series Championship yesterday. And Saturday action, NFL preseason, the Browns beat the Rams 19-17. Rams now waiting for opening day. That will be Sunday, September 7th, when the Rams take on the Houston Texans on FM 107.5. And Ryan Blaney won a 4-wide race across the Daytona International Speedway finish line Saturday night in NASCAR's regular season finale. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together, paving the way for a healthier future. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printer's Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printer's Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, your construction site, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. International postal services are suspending shipments to the United States after an exemption on tariff duties for small packages is set to expire. It's the latest example of how President Donald Trump's sweeping trade policy is impacting U.S. consumers and businesses. Beginning on Friday, the de minimis exemption, which allowed shipments of goods worth $800 or less to enter the U.S. duty-free, will be eliminated. It's another blow to the exemption that provided a loophole for e-commerce giants. In May, the Trump administration suspended the rule on packages coming from China and Hong Kong. Those high duties, which were reduced from 120% to 54%, especially hurt low-cost sellers like Shein and Temu. Keurig Dr. Pepper will acquire JDE Peet's, whose brands include Dewey Egberts, Kenco, and Peet's Coffee. Yes, Major Dickinson. That's my blend. Anyway, Keurig Dr. Pepper will pay more than $18 billion and then split into two listed businesses. The company behind Dr. Pepper and 7-Up drinks and Keurig coffee products is set to separate into a soft drinks company and a coffee group. What's shaking on big board? Stocks kick off the week in consolidation mode. Right now, the Dow off 206 points at 45,425. The S&P 500 down 10 at 64.56. The NASDAQ up 26 points at 21,522. And gold up 30 cents an ounce. Oil up $1 a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their number one priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
Expect showers and thunderstorms today into the evening, an 80% chance of precipitation. New rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch are possible. Look for a high near 103, southeast wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming west this afternoon. Tonight, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, a 20% chance of precipitation. It will be mostly cloudy with a low around 83. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast after midnight. Tuesday, a chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible. A 50% chance of precipitation tomorrow. It'll be mostly cloudy with a high near 101. East-northeast wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south in the afternoon. 88 degrees, 66% relative humidity. Wind out of the east-southeast 10 to 12. Air quality moderate in Island, good everywhere else. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and by Southwest Postal Service, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 12.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. Now in ICE detention in Baltimore, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the man at the center of a months-long immigration battle with the government that saw him sent to El Salvador by mistake, then to detention in Tennessee.
At a prayer vigil outside the ICE facility earlier,
when immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do?
Kilmar Abrego Garcia's defense team has filed a new legal action challenging his detention and demanding a full court hearing. They fear their client, whom the Trump administration insists is a dangerous criminal, could be sent to Uganda within days. Vicki Barker, CBS News.
President Trump has suggested Chicago and New York City could be next for National Guard troops. In Washington, D.C., CBS's Jake Rosen says some Guard members are now patrolling with weapons.
The military and Pentagon say that the rationale for this is because under the rules of force, these service members are allowed to have these weapons on them. It's, again, part of this deterrent effort by the Trump administration, which this morning is touting 10 straight days here in the district without murders in the city.
Now to Gaza. Israeli forces hit a Gaza hospital. 4 journalists are among at least 20 people dead. CBS's Chris Livesey.
The first strike on the hospital was an Israeli drone strike, and then when journalists and rescue workers responded to the scene, that's when that second attack, they say an Israeli airstrike came and claimed the lives of those 4 journalists.
President Trump's special envoy Keith Kellogg says officials are working very hard on efforts to end the war in Ukraine. He said in Kyiv today that officials are hoping to get to a position where security guarantees can be established for Ukraine. A key presidential advisor says the U.S. may buy stakes in other firms following the move to secure 10% of the chip maker Intel. Kevin Hassett, director of the National Economic Council, on CNBC.
The president has made it clear all the way back to the campaign that he thinks that in the end it would be great if the U.S. could start to build up a sovereign wealth fund. And so I'm sure that at some point there'll be more transactions, if not in this industry, in other industries.
Big tech is dumping money into politics with an eye on next year's midterms. CBS's Jim Crisula.
Silicon Valley is putting more than $100 million into a network of political action committees and organizations to lobby against strict regulations on artificial intelligence. It's seen as a sign that big tech executives will be very active at next year's midterm elections.
Wall Street, the Dow is down 200 points. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Right now, you can save big with T-Mobile's phone and home internet bundle. Visit your local store to learn more.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing at $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
An all-female baseball league is on deck.
He's starting a girls' baseball league. Want to play? It's a real league, professional.
Just like the 1992 hit movie, women baseball players are finally getting a league of their own. Tryouts are underway in Washington, D.C., and so are final evaluations. There are hundreds of hopeful players from around the world. The top 150 will be entered in the draft pool for the Women's Professional Baseball League. It launches next year. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Chinese Taipei beat Nevada 7-0 in the Little League World Series Championship yesterday, ending a 29-year title drought for the Taiwanese. First title since 1996. 18 overall, the most for any country outside the United States, including 5 straight from 1977 to 81. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.